Okay, so we're going to do the first service we've done on our quad bike, and it's a bit cold where I am at the moment, and we're in the new shed that we built last year. Let's have a look. This is the shed that we built, a garage without a door apparently. It's called a carriage house. So what we're doing, we're going to service our Suzuki King Quad 4x4, and you can see on the license plate it's a 64, so I think that is a 14 plate, so 2014. Things that we're going to need: we're going to need some rags, we're going to need some tools, we've got a couple of oil filter removal tools, got a drain pan, and we're going to need some parts. So we've got the oil, got the new air filter. I don't think the air filter's ever been changed on this quad bike. We've got the oil filter and a little spark plug. Okay, so step one, I'm going to fire up the quad bike and leave it to get warm while I take off the panels. Okay, so the bike's warmed up now. Let's have a look at what we're dealing with. Is the air filter. I don't think that's ever seen a change, but you know, it's an oil impregnated one, so it's not terrible, but we're going to change it. In there you can see the oil filter. Now that's pretty mashed up. That might be difficult to get that off. And you can see the main covers off there, and down below here we've got this under tray we've taken off, and we're about to drop the oil out, so let's give it a go. And we've got some gloves on for the oily stuff. Well, that came off very nicely. Happy with that. Now the trick is to get the oil out without dropping the sump plug and without getting covered in oil. Manky! Okay, so the oil filter was a bit of a pig to get off, but it's hand tight now. Well, we've got some cardboard down here because it's probably going to be messy. Okay, so that came off now, and now it's time for the spark plug, which is in there. Handy top secret mechanic tip: if you're struggling to know or how to handy little tip, if you're struggling, you know, what spark plug thing do I use? Just get the spark plug you're going to change. Oh look, it fits. Okay, we'll use that one. And there we have it, the old spark plug. To be fair, that could probably clean up. And the new spark plug. But we've paid for it, so we're going to use it. Oil filter, old oil filter, they look the same. Next thing now is just put a little bit of oil around there so it has a good seal. The air filter next, there's a little cross screwdriver thing to take out. Okay, what terrible lighting. Anyway, old air filter, new air filter, they're slightly different sizes. There's this kind of plastic carrier which seems to have been inside that. That's why it's a different size, because it pushes it to be bigger. Okay, this is looking quite good. There's a wee hole for it to poke through in the end. You can see that hole there. That lines up to the hole in the quad bike. Well, you can't see it, but there's a wee hole there. Just kind of see it there, and the framework. So we just pop that straight back in. Back in place. We just need to sort the oil out next. The new oil filter is on. The old oil is dripped out completely. I'm just going to go and try and make something so I can easily pour the oil in there. Well, normally I'm used to getting oil in a plastic tub, but it's in this sort of plastic bag thing. So yeah, I'll maybe decant that first. A cunning plan. I use AdBlue in my van, and it comes with this sort of thing here. So this will firmly chunk into there, and put the oil into that and tip it in. Just need to give it a real good cool first. So I didn't like the idea of the AdBlue container, so we've borrowed this from the misses, and that should be fine. Also, when I was putting the sump plug back on, it felt quite grainy. So this is diesel. So we're going to run a little bit of diesel into the sump. Diesel is great at cleaning dirt and crud out of engines. And we're going to give it a wee shake about and then drain that out. So we've got a big clean jug. One of the options is decant the oil into this first. As it comes in this big floppy bag, I'm thinking I might be able to control it through the funnel. So let's give it a go. Could all go terribly wrong, of course. I think that's going to be almost impossible to see, but you can sort of see the level. We're almost... No, actually we're in the right spot because the grainy bit stops. So yeah, it's exactly where it should be. Nice. The box is back on, the saddle's not on. So I'm going to turn it over for a few minutes and check for leaks. Okay, seems to be okay. We'll now let it settle, double check on the dipstick, because although we filled it up, the oil filter would have been empty, so some oil will have got trapped in the oil filter because it has a non-return valve. So we'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll check the oil level.